Hello, how y'all doing? I want to talk about this today. The black man never learns his lesson. He just doesn't. He never learns his lesson. Even though they see their comrades getting killed in the street or being maimed from being shot, paralyzed from the neck down, paralyzed from the waist down, some are dead, some are in prison. The black man doesn't say to himself, well, maybe I shouldn't follow after their footsteps, doing things in the street, making a lot of illegal money, and doing stuff in the street, because I'm either going to end up dead and gone to hell for sure, or in prison, and which is another type of hell. Because they got to be around black funky men all the next 20, 25 years. But that's another story. They don't think 5 or 10 minutes. Black men do not think 5 or 10 minutes in the future. Maybe I shouldn't commit this burglary. Maybe I shouldn't rob this bank because they're going to catch me in 5 minutes. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just go home and go find something else to do, okay? Because they don't think 5 or 10 minutes into the future. Period. They just don't. Here's an example. Some examples. This black man has a 25-year prison term for rape. He gets out of that. He's already served his time. He gets out. So he's back in prison almost 24 hours later because he tried to rape somebody else. That's a black man who hasn't learned his lesson at all. He's been in prison 25 years. Yet when he gets out, within 24 hours, he's raping again. One black man was arrested for robbing a bank. He had a mask on and everything, y'all. Okay, so evidently the judge let him out on bail or something. Let him out. So he goes back in the street, gets in an argument with somebody. That person shoots him in the head. So he's dead and gone to hell. Because he never learned his lesson. If he's been arrested for a bank robbery, which in this particular state, he was armed, it's 15 to 20 years, and they're going to make you serve the whole 25 years, this particular state. If you get 25 years for bank robbery, you're going to the whole 25, you're going to serve the whole 25 years. You're not going to get out. If you're 25 years old, this particular state, and you perform an armed robbery, you're going to be at least 50 when you get out, because they're going to make you serve the whole 25 years. Okay, here's another case. A stupid black male, 17 years old, he decides to go burglarize the house down the street. So the house down the street happened to be well armed. So he goes in there, tries to burglarize the house, and the man shoots him dead, so he's dead and gone to hell. Now see, that's a young man, he's 17 years old, who cannot think, who does not think. Even if he had been successful, in getting into the house, he may not have lived to tell about it anyway. But see, he just went straight from trying to get into the house to hell, dead and gone to hell, just like that. And so now black women are becoming just as stupid and non-thinking as the black male. Okay, they go to the convenience store, trying to hang out at the convenience store, and they end up dead. They try to be like the big boys selling drugs, and parking their car in a dark alley to pick up some drugs, and they get shot, they dead and gone to hell, just like that. So the black women used to kind of hold it together, but now they stupid. Now some of this behavior could have come from slavery, because the slave was not allowed to think. He was not allowed to reason. If a slave had a new or better way of doing something, the white slave master would say, I'm not going to do it that way. It's either my way or the highway, okay? The slave master chose who they were going to marry. They had nothing to say about who they were going to marry. They chose who they were going to marry. Doesn't matter if the girl's ugly or pretty. Okay, that's what the book says. The slave testimony is what this ex-slave said. Said it didn't matter if the girl was ugly or pretty. The slave master said, y'all get married. Bye. They were not allowed to choose where they're going to live. The white slave said, you're going to live in this shack. They had to live in the shack. They were not allowed to design their own houses. The white man, or to build their own houses. The The shack was supplied by the masters. The food was supplied by the masters. Hey, y'all eat these greens. Y'all eat these collard greens. We're not going to eat them. Y'all eat these pig guts. Here, y'all can eat these pig guts. We're going to eat the pork loin. So they would give slaves the worst and nasty food. The master even supplied the sex. You know, he had sex with all the women, particularly the pretty ones. The black man was not allowed to have a pretty slave. I doubt it. The white man's had sex, and then probably homosexual sex too. The white man raping 16-year-old black boys and all kinds of homosexual and heterosexual sex. So the white man supplied sex too. So the black man during slavery never thought. He had no thinking skills. He was not allowed to think. I want to eat this today. Let me think. I want to design my house this way. I want this. They weren't allowed to think. And so that ability to not be able to think could have been passed down even to this day. Because I'm telling you, the black man cannot think 5 minutes into the future. Cannot. 10 minutes into the future. The black man cannot. He is not even capable of doing that. And these young black men say, look, I'm going to do what he's going to do. I'm going to go rob a convenience store. And then someone shoots him dead, gone to hell. Okay. He's going to do what this other person going to do. I'm going to join a gang. And if you join a gang, you're not thinking. You're doing what other people tell you to do. Because I know I was in a crew when I was 13. And you're not thinking. You're not thinking. You're doing what the so-called leader tell you to do. And the leader is a loser. And that's why when I was 14, I vowed not to ever join gang or crew ever again. I haven't done it. And that's been, what, almost 50 years. I haven't done it. Now, so this lack of thinking skills, because the black man is only thinking with, what, 1/8 of a cup of brain power. He's not thinking at all. I mean, like black men, they will hang around one man who hates them. And next thing you know, they're shot dead. Why are you hanging around some man who hates you enough to kill you? I mean, if some man shoots you 7 or 8 times, that's to tell you that he hates you. So why are you hanging around some man who hates you enough to kill you? I don't care if you have to have a drug transaction with that man. Why are you having a drug transaction with somebody who you don't trust and you don't like and doesn't like you? Of course, one or the other are going to get killed. See, black men don't think. I shouldn't hang around with him because he's a killer. He's a killer. He's a stone killer. He can't be trusted. They don't even think. 5 minutes into the future. Black man has no thinking skills. And so now the black girls don't have any thinking skills. I mean, if you're 13 or 15 and you carjacking a person and you're not even old enough to get your driver's license, but yet you're carjacking a person, that makes no sense. These black teenagers who are carjacking people, their age is 12 to 17. Okay, they can't, I mean, most of them can't even drive. Look, they're going to take the car and go where? To Walgreens? They don't even know what to do with the car because it's stupid. Okay, why would you give a 13-year-old black guy who can't think anyway a motorbike? Why would a 12 and 13-year-old have a gun? They don't have any. You got non-thinking people with a gun. You got non-thinking people. You got non-thinking 13-year-old on a motorbike. Because in Florida, for example, you have to be 16 to be on a motorbike. So, but you got a 13-year-old on a motorbike who can't think anyway. He can't think on a good day. And so he sure can't think if he's on a motorbike. See, it's a parent problem too. Why are you having your kid hang around this other kid and next thing you know, the other kid has shot your kid dead? You know this other kid is a bad kid, so why are you letting your child hang around this bad kid? You know he's bad. Why are you letting your child hang around him? Black men don't think. Black parents don't think. Y'all not thinking. Y'all not thinking it through because a black man to this day is not thinking about 1/4 cup of brain power, a tablespoon of brain power. Just not thinking. Not thinking from one day to the next. I mean, you're going to get into an argument with a black man, you're going to shoot him. I mean, what kind of sense does that make? You're going to get into an argument with a black man and you're going to shoot him. That's your solution to that problem. Just shoot him. Now you're not thinking properly. Like this one girl went into what, Walgreens or CVS with a pickaxe trying to steal. What kind of mess is that? You go to Walgreens trying to steal, and you got a pickaxe to prove your point. I mean, it's so ridiculous. It's stupid. Okay, no thinking. Black men never learned a lesson. I mean, if you make a mistake and you have to pay for the mistake, like if you go to jail or whatever, you got to learn from your mistakes. But the black man doesn't learn from his mistakes. He does the same thing over and over and over and over again. Have a nice day.